Restoration is brought to you by
Hisense, everyday prices for everyday people.
Yes, extra long sanitary pad for extra comfort.
We got yes protection. Afrochick, I'm for Croji and Chinino.
Hello, everyone. Wherever you're watching us from, this is Restoration with Stacey, and it's our pleasure to come your way once again. Let's take a quick break for our sponsors to give us their messages.
We are a people of choice and preference. Our choices determines the quality of our lives. Our preferences depends on vast reasons. Hisense has all the reasons.
Hisense inverter fridge is very elegant. Efficient cooling system that keep your food fresher.
Hisense means quality, long-lasting quality.
Hisense AC is energy efficient. It's super chill and it does not make noise. Watch all your seasonal football matches on Hisense TV. Only Hisense gives you 5 years warranty. Hisense everyday prices for everyday people.
Hisense, life reimagined.
GTP, timeless.
I remember the days I just couldn't go to the gym because it was that time of the month. Yas extra long sanitary pad took the worry away. Easy.
Yes, comfort, I got yes, confidence, I got yes.
The new Yas extra long sanitary pad is the joy of every woman. It is extra absorbent and fits perfect. Don't allow anything to hold you back when it's that time.
Wow.
Yes, yes, yes.
Feel confident, stay fresh.
Hi, is it supposed to be that time of the month?
Yes. I got yes, confidence, I got
Yes.
we got yes, protection, I got
Yas extra long sanitary pad for extra comfort.
we got yes, protection. Erina FSC. Eria a corner. Afrochick Erina. Emuto come on. Afrochick Erina Emma Hofesun Kokra. A fade natural hair phones when your hair extension. And how old to Afrochick Erina be new border femboko. A natural as sexual obi who difference. Afrochick HBS Nick of a buy. Obenya e wokukomlemle ye Benjoy FM. Frey 0202 747464. Afrochick ahofe Croji and Chinino.
I love to eat a tasty breakfast in the morning. Something delicious and healthy, filled with vitamins. That's my day right, makes me so bright. Keeps my body happy. Let me tell you about what I eat. It's my secret. Hooch, crunchy, crunch, cornflakes. Hooch, crunchy, crunch, cornflakes. Hooch, crunchy, crunch, cornflakes. Yeah. Hooch, crunchy, crunch, cornflakes. Wow! I say hooch, crunchy, crunch, cornflakes. Hooch, crunchy, crunch, cornflakes. Crunchy!
Thank you to Ophelia of ABS Collection for my outfit, to Vic D. Salon Dansoman, First stop, thank you very much, Mansa, for my braids. And my hair extensions are from Afro-Chic Luxury Braids. So if you want to get your beautiful braids done, call Afro-Chic now, 0202 747464, 0202 747464. Thank you to Stacey's Boutique GH Online for my shoes. And my makeup is by Divine Cassie. Thank you very much, Divine Cassie. And a big thank you going out to Adom of GH Beauty Artistry for the makeup of my guest. People have said that sometimes women can be complicated. And yes, we are complicated because we are special, we are unique, and we are like no other. So pardon us if we are complicated. And during the beginning of this season, I took time to walk us through lupus. Today, we're going to talk about another menace that is actually breathing down on women, but we seem to be taking for granted at this part of our world. Mostly across Africa, the first time a woman gets to visit a gynae is when she's pregnant. Pathetically, this is truth. So today, we're going to bring a topic that would actually get most women thinking this cycle over. I believe that every young girl should be taken to a gynae to get checked regularly, because once you have a cervix, then you are likely to catch what we're about to talk about. And this month happens to be the Awareness Month for Cervical Cancer, and Lexta Ghana Limited, in collaboration with the Medical Women Association of Ghana, have collaborated to give women the best of education when it comes to cervical cancer. And I am proud to be an ambassador for this campaign. And today, to join me for this conversation, I have Dr. Ayongo Anand. Come on, give it up for her. And she is with the Kolebu Polyclinic, which is the Women Health Unit. So if you're looking at her, you can walk to her clinic, and whatever help you need, she's going to help you. Also in the studio, we have Dr. Coleman, my woman. Okay, so Dr. Coleman can also help you out. And before we wrap up, I'll share all their information. We'll share contact numbers. This is something that is important to us. And really, what you eat makes you. So the month of January is actually the Awareness Month for Cervical Cancer, and Lexta Ghana Limited, in collaboration with the Medical Women Association of Ghana, have teamed up to give all women, not just in Ghana, because we know we have a very wide reach, the essence of going out to get tested. It is very important. You might take it for granted. The fact that the first time you visit a gynae is when you're pregnant should not make you feel good because you've seen a gynae. There are times that you need to have these periodic checks so that you know you're safe. At least they say better late than never, but I would say prevention is better than cure. Because if it's detected early enough, you can be saving yourself a real big deal. And to help with the conversation today, we have Dr. Ayongo Anand, and she is a doctor with the Kolebu Polyclinic, which is the Women Health Unit. So if you need any assistance, you can go to her clinic and she would definitely be glad to help you. Because once you have a cervix, you are at a very high risk of being a victim, and we don't want that. So you can visit her at her hospital and she would help you. We also have with us Dr. Coleman, and Dr. Coleman would also help you if you reach out to her. We are going to share the numbers, so it's very important to us, and she is actually the regional director for the Medical Women Association of Ghana, Greater Accra. So it's a collaboration, and we are all very passionate about this theme. And I sit here proudly as an ambassador for the cervical cancer campaign. So if you're out there and you love me, don't be afraid. Just go out there and get tested. And it is mostly said that we are what we eat, and what we take in can actually give us some real big deal of health issues. So to join in the conversation, we have my very own good friend, Helena. Helena, I know most of you know her from the WOW show on GH1, and she is a nutritionist. That is one thing most of you didn't know. So Helena would also be advising us on what we can eat and what we cannot eat. Doc, you're welcome.
Thank you.
It's always exciting when we have such educational bits, because most of us take a lot of things for granted. And for women, there are so many things we catch, even in the air. The last time we treated lupus, we even realized that even the sun that scorches on us could actually cause lupus. So for cervical cancer, how can one catch it? I mean, we all know we are women, but every disease or every sickness, we have doctors who tell us, don't do this. If you do this, you get this. But for cervical cancer, we've not really had much of awareness. So first of all, what is even cervical cancer in the first place, and how do people get it?
Okay. Thank you very much for your question. And cervical cancer is actually cancer or a malignancy that occurs in the neck of the womb. You know, the womb is the sac that carries the baby. So the neck where, dilates fully and then the head comes through, that area is called the cervix. So when there are changes in the lining there, which become malignant or become dangerous or deadly, then we say the person has cervical cancer. So that is what cervical cancer is. Now, we have certain, what we call risk factors that can help you to, or enable you, or make it easier for you to get cervical cancer. What are some of these risk factors? Some of them are what we call, they are non-modifiable. You can't change the fact that you're a woman. You can't change that you have a cervix. So that is one of them. The fact that you're in Africa, sub-Saharan Africa, puts you at a higher risk. And even also the fact that, poverty is quite rife in our setting over here. So those are a few non-modifiable. Then the modifiable ones are early onset of sex, early onset of involvement in sexual activity. Now, multiple sexual partners. Today it's someone else, the next time is another person again. So multiple sexual partners, and also multiple partners of your partner, which you don't have any control over. And then the other risk factors are a family history of cervical cancer, previous human papilloma. Yes. Previous human papilloma virus infection can also be a cause of it, as well as smoking and secondhand smoking. Now, we don't just talk about smoking, but we talk about secondhand smoking as well. These are a few risk factors. But the main causative organism is the human papilloma virus, which is sexually transmitted.
Okay,
yes.
So let's say I have a history in my family and that I didn't know of. Because really, in Africa, who knows about their family's medical history? Yeah, maybe you had a great-grandmother or a grandmother who had it and you have no knowledge of. Because sometimes, let's say, if there are diabetics in your family, in my family, if you are not careful, you could be diabetic. So you begin to watch your sugar intake. If it's pressure, you begin to watch it. But in this case where we don't check in our part of the world, or we're not very open to have these conversations, how does one become careful?
So this one, you will not know what's running in your families. What we advise is to get yourself screened. Screening will be the solution. Because even if it doesn't run in your family, you could be the one who unfortunately would get it.
There's always a starting point.
There's always a starting point, yes. So we advocate for screening. You make sure that you get tested, and then you have a scheduled plan for your series of screenings that you do.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm taking it from the layman point of view. So I'm living a normal life. I think I'm doing everything right. Let's say it's genetic. I don't know. So let's say I have a headache. I have nausea. I begin to have certain things that are not regular. Should I be afraid that this could be cervical cancer knocking at my door?
Not necessarily headache and things like that, no. But more like symptoms to do with the female organ. And I just want to briefly take us back. Human papilloma virus, naturally, when your immune system and everything concerning you is okay, your system clears it.
Okay.
In about 2 years, about 90% is cleared. Okay. So when these risk factors add on, then some can be maintained, and then you can get the cervical cancer. Now, moving on from what you asked me, there's some of the symptoms that you would see that will make you want to go and get tested or get checked. Though we don't want you to get to that level. Maybe sometimes it's asymptomatic. There's no symptom. You don't see anything, any problem at all. The other thing you may notice is intermenstrual bleeding. So, you know, between your menses for this month and next month, you shouldn't see any blood. So intermenstrual bleeding.
I have met young girls when we go out for the sex education outreach. They'll ask you, is it okay to have my period twice a month? And you tell them, oh, it's okay. Once you're not pregnant, it's fine. It's hormonal.
Yes.
So if you're having your period twice a month, you should be concerned.
You should be concerned, yes. You may go and you find out that it's a hormonal, like you said, condition, but you should be concerned about that.
Wow.
Some of the other things you should be concerned about are bleeding after sexual intercourse. It's also one of the concerns. Or pain after intercourse. Abnormal, foul-smelling vaginal discharge. So sometimes just pain within your lower abdominal area.
Okay, so at least you are in the women's health unit. So let me ask you this. Is it, some women have discharge, maybe after their menses, when the red is gone, once in a while they'll have, it's like brownish. If you're eating, apologies. I think this topic is very sensitive, so we'll have to warn you, and some of the pictures we'll be sharing are quite sensitive as well. There are times that after your menses, you're in between. It's not red, it's not brown, but you're in between. That is like your break point to know that your menses is done. So if after that time you still have some discharge, you should be concerned.
You should be concerned.
So between your menses period and your next menses, there should not be any form of discharge.
You know, around ovulation, some people may discharge some clear, but clearly if the discharge is abnormal, you will know your cycle by now, your normal things that happen to you.
Most of us don't know, do we all? I do, but maybe others don't. Yeah. Yes. Someone said, they said some 14 days. How does the 14 days work?
And it's not everyone who even has the 14 days.
Yes.
People have more than 14 or less. So any discharge that is distressing to you,
does it have a color?
That it may be foul smelling.
Okay.
It may be sometimes brownish, blood stained. It may have a range, yellowish. It may be, but foul smelling and it's abnormal. Sometimes it's copious. What we say, a lot of the quantity is a lot.
Okay.
And then you need to come.
Someone could see that and think it could be white or candidiasis.
But you wouldn't want to risk diagnosing that at home. You need to come in and then get checked.
At what age should we be concerned?
We advocate, or WHO says that anywhere from 21 or about 3 years after onset of sexual intercourse, you need to go in to get checked.
Okay.
Yes.
So from 21, you should be concerned. So if anybody is watching us and the person is 21 or above, you have to go to the nearest clinic. We're going to share the clinics that you can visit and get screened. Is it painful? That's what most people keep asking.
The experience that I have from most people is that it's not comfortable, but it's not painful. And for those who have had babies before, those who have had a pelvic exam, it's just as similar to that. Yes.
Because when you talk of a PAPS in Ghana, most people are like, because it's not something that we do regularly.
Yes.
And I should have asked you just, have you been screened?
Pardon?
Yourself, have you been screened?
Yes.
You've gone through the process. So when first-hand information, when you're going to get screened, even though you're a doctor and you're advocating for women to get screened, did you have your doubts? Did you get jittery at a point that what if?
Yes, you definitely will have a lot of thoughts flooding in your mind. But you know that, it's better to get to know, and at a point, especially when something can be done about it, than not to know at all and then end up.
Even with you, the doctors?
Yes, we also go through those.
Really?
Emotions.
You know how doctors make it look cool, like even if they know you're dying, you're going to be fine, just relax. When you're going, you also feel the same way.
For the same thing. Actually, yours is even worse because you have
you have the information,
yes,
which
so
means that
of the worst.
You manage your patient,
exactly,
even if it's the worst.
Exactly.
But when it's you, you're like slapped with a reality.
Yes.
Wow. When a woman finds herself in that condition, what is mostly the first advice you give them?
Okay, so the first time you notice anything or any change, you need to get to the nearest clinic or hospital. You need to get there. No, don't get advice from
anybody,
the home doctors or anything. No, please, let's get to the clinic. When you come there, we are going to take a full history from you. We'll examine you, we'll speak to you, we'll touch you, and then we'll do the various tests that we need to do to find out whether this is really cervical cancer or it's beginning.
It's beginning.
Yes.
Because there are stages.
There are stages.
So you need to know if it's a stage 1, stage 2.
Or even sometimes a pre-malignant lesion, which can be handled in various ways.
It's like, sometimes as a community, as women, we are burdened with so many things, having to deal with husband, family, children, work, so much, that sometimes we think we are super women and we can control everything. So to just be on the safe side, what will be your best advice that for every woman, at least once in a while, just get checked, whether you are free of it or you are not, just get checked. What do we have to do? Because trust me, most women are busier than life itself.
Yes. And they take care of everyone else but themselves. Yes. So one thing you can do, you can use your birthday to get checked. But only that for cervical cancer is actually every 3 years.
Yes. Yeah.
Or depending on whether you do human papilloma virus testing and the pap, then it's every 5 years. So make sure that at least maybe your birthday every 3 years or something, you get checked for.
Because the fact that you are free today does not mean in the next 3 or 4 years you have the same history.
You need to be checked at those regular intervals until such a time that we advise you that there's no need to be checked anymore.
What other symptoms can we look out for you to know that I could be heading towards a cervical cancer risk? So let me go get tested.
Okay, so I mentioned earlier that you may have bleeding after sexual intercourse. You may have that one. You may have a pelvic pain within there. And then sometimes you may even just some come so late, their blood level will be very low.
Anemic.
So they just come with symptoms of anemia. Their heart beating fast, feeling dizzy, having headaches. And then later you realize that she's been having this bleeding and she thinks that it's been coming just small. So I'm managing it. Mm-hmm. They come very anemic.
Or sometimes we even try to self-medicate.
Exactly.
You think, it's my period or maybe I'm doing this, so let me take blood tonics and stuff.
Yes.
Well, we're learning something. And I know when we come back, Dr. Coleman and Helen would also be adding their voices to this. I mean, every woman, I've been campaigning from the beginning of this year. You need to go out and get screened. It's better to know, better late than never. At least if you do it on time, we are able to help you. But if you just you get reluctant about it and go like, I'm going to do it, and you get tested and you are at your lowest pit, the work is going to be difficult for you and your doctors. We'll be right back after this break.
We are a people of choice and preference. Our choices determines the quality of our lives. Our preferences depends on vast reasons. Hisense has all the reasons.
Hisense Inverter Fridge is very elegant. Efficient cooling system that keep your food fresher.
Hisense means quality, long-lasting quality.
Hisense AC is energy efficient. It's super chill and it does not make noise. Watch all your seasonal football matches on Hisense TV. Only Hisense gives you 5 years warranty. Hisense everyday prices for everyday people.
Hisense, life reimagined.
TP. Timeless.
I remember the days I just couldn't go to the gym because it was that time of the month. Yas extra long sanitary pad took the worry away. Easy.
Yes, comfort, I got yes, confidence, I got yes.
The new Yas extra long sanitary pad is the joy of every woman. It is extra absorbent and fits perfect. Don't allow anything to hold you back when it's that time.
Wow. Yes, yes, yes.
Feel confident, stay fresh.
Hi. Is it supposed to be that time of the month?
Yes. I got yes, confidence, I got
Yes.
we got yes, protection, I got
Yas extra long sanitary pad for extra comfort.
we got yes, protection.
Enwi ne efese. Enwi a kono. Afro chicken enwi no. Emuto kama. Afro chicken enwi emma ho fesun kokra. Afede natural hair fonso nya hair extension. And how to Afro chicken rini be ni border fem boko. A natural as a sexual obi who difference. Afro chick HBS ne kofa by Obenya ewo kokomlemle ye Benjoy FM. Frey 0202 747464. Afro chick ahofe kroji en chinie no ho.
Tasty breakfast in the morning, something delicious and healthy, filled with vitamins. That's my day right, makes me so bright, keeps my body happy. Let me tell you about what I eat. It's my secret. Hooch, crunchy, crunch, cornflakes. Hooch, crunchy, crunch, cornflakes. Hooch, crunchy, crunch, cornflakes. Yeah. Hooch, crunchy, crunch, cornflakes. I say hooch, crunchy, crunch, cornflakes. Hooch, crunchy, crunch, cornflakes. Crunchy!
Alright, so it's time for our Super High Sense Crazy giveaway moment. And today I am here with our fan. She says she loves the show. Nancy. Nancy, had to say? Wait there. What's a shock? Say I am. Yes, I know. When in that, we will send you live and colored. Now, Mammy Bisawo, dear now, open restoration.
Restoration, dear. Inspire me now. Because what's the amount for stories now? What did to lifestyle? What means say there is more to do, and there are certain things I will share. Like what's in your more canon. Not say it be a fin over the kuma. No one say, oh, far quite race one. Say never to internet, my pose. No, not
what did to Abra, and I said, wash a share Abra. That episode, the hepa and a of
Mimi na ye febenia kama kuma paye Susie Williams mama.
Oh, Auntie Cecilia.
Because na utimi say she was in pain. Oye obatan ya onim se ne ba no be free mu sa. Aye ne ya pa. Ti se na wakwa akoto ne ba na o se na o se da wona na no ni na o ma bobo na no na ma na ho no. Utimi say wan kasa no wa hye no ho debate. Ni mu no na aye ne ya. Ya dia chese eya
the bonsema ho eya iti enne me ba ya mamba ne poni high sense adaroma yes membra na membeda was se uguso a o share restoration se wo mess se e sha wo cry ye also obi o ha o share tv na so hwe na on fa futu obi awu na so de wo hwe we yi mu aba na o de apo wo bra nti enne me ba ya high sense SMN what shed Emma.
That's
now send near mother can have fe with the see why oba now why you will switch now breakfast papa bi o di apple sanity high sense be fa win today na work at your high sense
high sense of us get down my sense of say mo de nyama pa e de brain Restoration with Stacy, yet damase. Mungus one share and cry.
So this is our winner for this week's High Sense Super Crazy giveaway moment. Keep your messages coming on all our social media platforms, or you can call us, and you never know, I could be knocking on your door very soon. So see you.
Restoration.
Welcome from the break, and we saw our winner for this week's High Sense Super Crazy giveaway moment. So we're back in the studio, and I'm going to move from Dr. Anand to Dr. Coleman. Doc, how are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you.
We thank God for your life and this amazing initiative you and your colleagues are embarking on. I would want to find out, I have had a lot of women asking me of the activities we have planned for the month and even after, because I told them, yes, it's the month of January for cervical cancer awareness. However, we are stretching it across the year. So they should watch out for us everywhere. So I want you to tell us some of the activities we have lined up.
Thank you. Indeed, cervical cancer activities are lined up for the whole year for the Medical Women Association of Ghana. And I must say that the key things we are doing this month have to do with the methods of prevention, because that is what we want to happen. So one, we are doing education. We are educating market women, we are educating students, we are educating corporate groups, we are educating women at antenatal clinics. We are going on the various media networks to educate people. So that is what we have been doing, and we'll continue to do that. We also have screening activities, and we are going to Accra Psychiatric Hospital today as we talk in Bosomtwe in Ashanti region. There's been a screening exercise. There's going to be screening in the northern region. We are going to go to Kankwe Central next week to do screening. So we're just showing the way that the screening we are talking about is possible to do. It's uncomfortable, but it's a good thing to do for your life. And so we urge all women, wherever you hear about screening services for cervical cancer, please make your way there and get yourself tested. We're also talking about vaccination, because vaccination is possible, yes, and available in Ghana for boys and girls between the ages of 9 to 15, and even for older ones beyond that, up to the age of 45, you can get vaccinated against human papilloma virus. So people should take advantage of all the opportunities that come their way this month and even beyond this month throughout the year and get tested. It's best to prevent cervical cancer, and it gives us that window to prevent it. So let's do the right thing.
And how expensive is it?
We have 3 different tests. The pap smear on the market, we're talking about between 80 to 120 Ghana cedis, depending on where you go to. For the month of January, Lextar has negotiated with Synlab, and you can go through us to Synlab.
Discount.
Yes, and get a discount. And then we're talking about the visual inspection with acetic acid. That costs between 20 to 30 Ghana cedis. And so that is very affordable. The HPV DNA test is the most expensive. That one is ranging between 250 to 300 Ghana cedis. But my sister, when we look at our head to toe, Ghanaian ladies, you know how we can shine.
Tell me, Doc.
You know how we can shine. It costs more than 230, 300 Ghana cedis. Do this for yourself every 3 years or 5 years, and you are saving your life and you're saving your family, because your family, your children, your husband, your brothers, they need us women. We need to do this for ourselves.
And women have said most African men don't support women when it comes to these things. And most of our education, we say women, women, women. How are we going to rope in the men to get to understand, to encourage their partners to go out and get tested?
Okay, so we know that when the woman is ill, the whole family suffers. So we are telling our brothers, our uncles, our fathers, our husbands that encourage us. remind us, help us to get a plan and remind us of the date. Ask us, have you been checked, so that we will be able to do this for the whole family. And so when we are educating, we go to churches, for example, we don't just talk to women. We want the men there as well. When we are talking on media, we don't want just women to listen to us. Men should listen to us as well, because we are in this together. And we believe that just as we support them when they are ill or concerning their health, if they support us, we'll go a long way. Yes.
I like that. And it is said we are what we eat. So if we are what we eat, I think I am fufu because I eat a lot of fufu. I eat a lot of fufu and abenkwai, so I'm fufu and abenkwai. But when it comes to healthcare, what we take in is very essential. And I have Helena here. Helena, doc will tell you, don't eat this amount of carbohydrates. Eat this, eat that. Helena, let me live. Food is food. So how crucial is our nutrition so far as cervical cancer prevention is concerned?
All right, Stacey, thank you for having me. So nutrition plays a very important role in cervical cancer prevention, especially. I'm glad doctor said prevention is key, because you don't want to get there before you treat it. Of course, you can manage it nutritionally, but that's not the only way, and it's very expensive as well. So I'd like to mention some nutrients and foods that we can eat more of that would reduce our risk of having cervical cancer, because it's also about building our immune system, so that we are less likely to be infected even when the risk is there. Okay, so usually we encourage or we recommend that we eat foods that are rich in what we call carotenoids, folic acid, the B vitamins, and you find these mostly in fruits and vegetables. There's citrus fruits like the oranges, even lemon. You can add some lemon to water and take it. I'm going to talk about soluble fiber. Okay, so for that, fruits and vegetables, you can have, for any kind of fruits and vegetable, you can have your soluble fiber in there, oats. So if you want foods that are rich in folic acid, for example, let's look at our own locality. Let's not look far. Our own kontomire, our yo-yo, they are rich in some of these nutrients that will help build our immune system, protect against some of these infections or fight. We call something free radicals, and they are produced as a result of what we are exposed to, what the body is exposed to in the system. And sometimes you need some of these nutrients to fight them, so they reduce your chances of getting some of these infections. So, for example, omega-3 fatty acids, you can have that in fish oils. There's a way we can cook our fish so that we get the oils, because the oils in the fish are very beneficial. They help to build our immune system as well.
Are you listening to that?
Yes.
Okay.
So let's not lose it. When we grill, you know the way we grill it on the charcoal and all that, the oils just slip into that's the good oil. And we rather put other oils, which may not be good for us.
The oil. Okay.
But the fish oils are tasty too.
Okay.
Yeah. So we can have that in also some seeds, like flax seeds, maybe some almonds and all that. We can have some of these beneficial oils that will also boost
I'm taking the ones
system.
I'm good at.
All right. So, and we can also talk about antioxidants. Okay, the citrus fruits are rich in antioxidants, vitamin C. We're talking about cold, by the way. Anyway, there's a natural way you can combine some fruits, and it's very effective to protect you against cold. You know, when you are pregnant, you don't take medicines.
Yeah.
It's recommended. And I remember when I was pregnant, I had a serious cold, and I was able to combine some of these fruits, and it was very effective. I'll do some for you.
Please, you don't have a choice, because this cold has to go.
All right, and then probiotics. You find this in yogurts, plain yogurts. Okay, especially the Greek yogurts. They are also healthy, and they can help to protect us against some of these infections by building our immune systems. And when it comes to management, in addition to the chemos and all that the doctors are doing for us, most of the time, these patients are weak, and so they need a certain amount of energy. Some of them can't even eat well. They lose appetite. They are nauseous. So sometimes they need supplements. Nutritional supplements are recommended for them. And so these are very important. And when we have to take care of such patients, we consider their age, their nutritional status, the comorbidities. For example, someone might have cervical cancer and may be obese, which is a disease. We think that it's just being overweight or having excess fat, but obesity is a disease, and it puts you at risk of other diseases like diabetes, hypertension, high blood pressure, etc. So it's important for us to really watch our diet and take into consideration some of the specific ones that I have mentioned.
And like Doc said, we're all different. Someone could also have it and be anemic and could actually go down in weight. So if the person is actually the opposite of what you spoke about, what should the person take?
So that's a good one. That's why we have personalized diets. That's why it's not good for you to say that, okay, I had this problem, I went to the hospital, the doctor gave me this, and so you can also do the same.
They cannot fall on the plan of
No. Even with nutrition, you cannot do that. So you need a personalized diet. The fact that this person is overweight or is obese and had a diet plan doesn't mean I am also obese. I can take the same diet plan and it will work for me. We have personalized diet plan for everyone. So such people also lose weight a lot. So of course, they need to get something that is specific to them. That's why I said there are considerations: their age, their nutritional status, comorbidities, etc.
This is full pack. So, Dr. Anana, I'm coming back to you. I just saw you nod like they were really hitting it for you. But the food aspect,
yeah, I even wanted to add to that as part of lifestyle modification, we say that your BMI should not be more than 30.
Okay, which is your body mass?
Which is your body mass index. So when we look at your weight and your height, so obesity is actually one of the risk factors for cancer causation. Yes, so she hit it right. And also exercise, to add to that, is also one of the preventive things you want to, because exercise produces certain things in you that helps to fight infection.
Okay. So can we just, let's say, walk?
Yeah, so
I
for
love to walk. Standard
lifestyle
exercise,
modification, we say brisk walking.
Okay.
About 30 minutes every day for about 5 days a week. So you are looking at how you are going to do about 150 minutes a week of brisk walking, or you can skip. It's also one of it. If you swim, perfect.
Swimming is
Those
perfect.
Are all, yes, swimming is also very good.
Swimming
Skipping,
is perfect.
And then brisk walking is a simple one. You don't pay, you don't have to, it doesn't cost you, it's free.
Dr. Coleman, I know there are a lot of places we can walk to and get screened. So can you tell us, where can we go?
Okay, thank you very much, Stacey. Actually, every part of Ghana, you can go and get screened. We have a whole list here, which I'll share with you, and I'm sure you'll be glad to put on the screen and also on your Instagram page. But when you go to any of the regional hospitals, you can be tested. And then any of the district hospitals, you'll be tested as well. Kolebu, in Greater Accra, we can talk about Kolebu, we can talk about 37 Ridge Hospital, the district hospitals. You can, if you can't get a pulse meter, at least you can get a visual inspection, and then they will do the necessary referrals. So please, just go to your regional hospital, and they may be able to show you a place nearer to your community that you would get tested.
Thank you very much. So for all of you who have been sending messages to Facebook, Instagram, asking questions, I hope most of your questions have been answered, and you're going to start taking very good care of yourselves. And please, we shouldn't be lazy. Let's get some exercise going on. You don't have to go and register with a gym, because mostly when we say exercise, people are thinking, oh, how do I go register for a gym? I don't have the time. Make it a point to walk at least 30 minutes every day. And now these smartphones give you the opportunity to even have the Steps app, where you are alerted if you achieve the steps within a day. So let's take advantage of the technology around us to improve our lives. I mean, it's important. We have laughed about certain things, we have joked about certain things, but cervical cancer is real. And if you do not treat it with some urgency and importance, it could take you to your early grave. And we don't want that happening to you, because we want you here well, healthy, and kicking. So it's time for our High Sense Super Crazy giveaway moment. Are you ready? Okay. So I have Ohenewa with me here. She's from Lexter Ghana Limited. Will you be kind enough for some of my studio audience to get screened? Dr. Coleman, it's between the two of you. Will you be generous? How many of our audience can come and get screened, maybe during one of our outreach?
Okay, so thanks to the kind courtesy of Yaz, we can give 5 free screenings to your audience.
So I get to choose, right?
You get to choose.
If you've not been smiling, I won't choose you. I could even choose a guy. Those of you having girlfriends, wives, you can actually take your partner or your sister or your mother to get screened, because I know we have some students, so it would be a nice gift for your mother for Valentine.
And remember, you need to be prepared for the test.
Yes.
You
mentally
and all that. But
yeah.
one of the key things is that you cannot be in your menses, for example.
Okay.
Okay, so you need to take.
So when you are coming and you have yazzed, don't come.
Yes, you need to wait for that.
Ohenewa, thank you very much for giving 5 slots out to my studio audience. Say a very big thank you to everybody at Yaz for us. But before we go, what do you want us to know so far as this campaign is concerned?
Thank you very much. So Lexter, with our brand Yaz, is very excited to support this campaign. We've been supporting the cervical cancer campaign for quite a while now. And the pad that we buy, the Yaz sanitary towels that we buy, a percentage of it goes to support cervical cancer awareness campaign.
Whoa. Wow.
Yes. So whilst we are buying our monthly pads, let's know that we are also supporting the campaign for everybody to get knowledge about this and get tested as well. And we really support this because it's about women. Women are the family. Women take care of the family. And Yaz, as a caring brand, are excited to support women survive so that we can keep taking care of our families. So let's keep getting our sanitary towels to keep this promotion going and get the campaign on.
Wow. Thank you very much, Ohenewa. So with Yaz as a caring brand, and as I am an ambassador, it means I'm also a caring person. Yes. So I care enough about all of you to give you something from Hisense today. So let's see who is winning our Hisense Super Crazy giveaway today. Okay, who is our winner? Are you serious? Woo! Come here. Wow. Come on. Helena, this does not normally happen. Wow. When you eat good, you win. Congratulations, darling. Wow. Now I'm jealous. She beat you to it because she's been eating good. Well, so that is not all. So, okay, Helena, then you have to come back. That means you're taking away 2 stuff. Wow. 1. Okay. Okay. So kindly take this to Dr. Coleman. Sure. Yeah. 2. Okay. No, Ohenewa is not part because she's a sponsor. Oh, yes. So she cannot be part. Then. Okay. So, are you ready, our guests? Uh-huh. Okay, Dr. Coleman said, wow. So, Doc, what did you win?
I get a rice cooker.
Woo!
And the one I have at home needs replacement.
Whoa! So we did it! Okay, Dr. Anand.
I'm also getting a microwave. I was thinking of getting a new one.
You're kidding!
We're in the right place.
Yes. Helena, what did you win again? You also got a rice cooker. Okay.
Wow.
Okay, so we'll start with Dr. Coleman. So we need another rice cooker and a microwave. Let me show off. You see, when you think it, when you think it. Aha. Yes. So thank you going out to Hisense. Hisense said we should let you have this, and they're wishing you all the very best with this campaign.
Thank you very much to you and
You're
to
welcome.
Hisense.
You're welcome. Whoa. So let's have our next. Come on, let's do it. Woo! Woo! Well, Doc, as for this, it's such a heavy package. So this is from Hisense to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming and the education. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
So let me help you.
Yep.
We can put it right here. Woo! Okay. Then Helena, the lady who has cheated us today. Okay, so you get this one too from Hisense. Thanks for coming.
Thanks to Hisense.
You're welcome, darling. And that is not all. Okay. So that means we're having 3 of everything. So, Doc, I know you are with the Lexter family, but too much is never too much. So this is from Yas to you.
So much, Yas.
You're welcome. Okay. And we have our hooch as well. Yeah. So, Dr. Coleman, you have to come back. Yes. We have this one for you as well from Yas. You're welcome. Then we have your hooch. Yeah. Made with love.
I can see.
Thank you very much. Helena, come here, darling. The lady who has cheated us today. Thank you very much for coming.
Thanks, yes.
And you have your hooch conflicts as well. Thank you so much. Madam, eat right. Then finally, I know we are all trying to be healthy, but having a sweet tooth is not a sin, is it, Doc? So this is coming from Jay's Cakes. They're saying a very big thank you. They make the most amazing cakes you can have on the market. They are located at School Junction, at Shalibuchi. As soon as you get to School Junction, they are facing you. And we have their numbers there, so you can call them as well. Dr. Coleman. Yes.
Wow.
For the hard work, this is coming from Jay's Cakes Buffet.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Have I left you speechless? So this is where I sing Michael Jackson's song, Speechless. Okay, Helena. Thank you very much. The boys will have a feast. And I hope you'll come back when we need you.
Sure.
Thank you so much. So it has been an amazing episode today, and I know a lot of us women have learned a lot. Yes, you would feel the jitters not to go, but I mean, prevention is better than cure. It's better to know than assume you don't have it. So you just go out there, get tested. Good news is we have treatment. So even if you don't get the results you desire, there is always a way out. So make sure that you are following us on our social media platforms, because we'll be listing all the places that you can go test it. We'll also show them on our screens. So no matter where you are in Ghana, you're guaranteed to get tested. And if you are in Accra, you can go to Kolebu, or you can visit Dr. Annan at the Kolebu Polyclinic, and she would help you get tested. And if you need any counseling, I'm sure she would avail her services to you. So on your screen now, you have numbers that you can call in case you need anybody to talk to so far as cervical cancer is concerned. And these lines are open to you 24/7. We have trained experts who would pick your calls, who would give you counseling, who would give you guidelines if you need it. So the numbers are on the screen. Kindly pick these numbers and call now, because we all need someone to talk to sometimes when our health is concerned. A very big thank you going out to our sponsors, Hisense, Yas Washing Powder and Yas Sanitary Pad, Hooch Corn and Choco Flakes, GTP, La Palm Royal Beach Hotel, Jim Ray Estate. Thank you to Ophelia of ABS Collection for my outfits, to Afro Chic Luxury Braids. Thank you very much for my extension. Vic D is located at Danceman First Stop, and Vic D is responsible for these braids. Thank you. My makeup is by Divine Cassie, and my guest makeup is by GH Beauty Artistry. Thank you very much, my team. You rock. M-Clan Media, I really appreciate all of you. Follow us on all our social media platforms, and know that every woman has a cervix. And once you have a cervix, you are at an extreme risk of having cervical cancer. Always do remember, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. and be good to one another, because we are all gods walking this earth. We'll see you next week.
Welcome to the end of the tunnel. I see a bright light shining through, and it's just for you.